Right now, 10 years ago, this week, it was back to school. I'm a stay-at-home dad and was able to be with my kids and enjoyed the walking them to the bus ritual, enjoyed the picking them up from the bus ritual very much. And back to school is always a special emotional time. It's exciting. It's kind of a fresh new start. And Daniel was really getting into school. He was getting to where he could read. And in the first grade, Daniel would come home with a little packet of books. He would read a few to us and we would read a few to him. And he used to play a little game where he'd hide them under the pillow. And it was always so much fun, for him that we would try to, where are the books, Daniel? Where are you supposed to get your books? And he would laugh and laugh and laugh. And they were hiding under the pillow. And such really sweet, warm memories from back to school time. But the warm memories, of course, are tempered and conflicted with everything else that now comes with those memories, in that these few months would be the last of our little Daniel's life. Daniel would be 16 now, and I often think of that because Daniel is forever 7 in our world. We think about that all the time. What would Daniel be doing now? What would he look like? He'd probably be doing sports, and he'd probably doing music, and he'd probably be doing well in school, and thinking about driving and all of those things that come with those middle teen years. That's something no parent should have to reflect upon. No parent should have to reflect upon the loss of their child, much less the murder of their child. But here we are. I've heard from so many parents about the anxiety. They just want their kids to be safe in school. And that's a fundamental right, to feel that their kids are safe in school. And they are. I mean, statistically, kids are safe in school. We know this because we study this. And we know in this country that those tragedies, can happen anywhere. But statistically, you still are safe in school. And you just have to live your life and keep doing all of the right things for your children and make sure they're safe in every way that you can as parents. Sandy Hook Promise has identified prevention as really one of the best ways to achieve positive outcomes for school, culture, and climate. We know that these tragedies that have happened didn't just happen overnight. And I think the Secret Service now, based on some of their studies, have indicated that 100% of school shooters displayed warning signs before that tragedy happened. And so what we do at Sandy Hook Promise is we train students how to look for those warning signs, which could be overt and they could be very subtle, but things like students withdrawing from their friend group or changing their friend group, behavioral changes, bullying or being bullied, being isolated or isolating other students. I mean, none of these warning signs necessarily mean that somebody's on their way to create a tragedy or harm themselves, but all of them are indications that somebody might need a conversation with an adult or something more serious. There's a lot of discussion around hardening schools and metal detectors and steel doors and prison-like infrastructure that we feel is counterintuitive to the environment that you want to send your children into, because they're not just learning their academics, they're learning how to be good citizens. They're learning things like sharing and compassion and awareness of others. To date, students who are trained in our Know the Science programs have prevented, at least that we can speak to, that we know of, 10 mass shootings in schools that were planned and ready to happen and were imminent and arrests were made. That's 10, which is astounding to me. Along with hundreds, literally hundreds, several hundred suicides that were averted, that were about to happen. So we know we have a model that works. And it doesn't include handing the math teacher a firearm. It doesn't include bulletproof children's apparel. There is a way forward, and I think it is the right way. It's the most effective way, and it doesn't come at the cost of a healthy social environment for our students to learn in.